What's up, guys? I'm really excited to share an upcoming trip that I have planned. I took off the second week of January to do a week-long backpacking trip on the Arizona Trail, and I thought it would be a cool idea to share with you some of the gear that I'll be taking, starting with my shelter system. This is a tarp that I sewed myself. I designed it all myself. I made this little stuff sack that it all goes in. There's a bug net in here, the tarp, my ground sheet, and the stakes. I designed it so that it is pitched with trekking pole that I use. I originally designed it to use 2 trekking poles, but I started carrying only 1 trekking pole, so now I just find a stick for the lower end of it. And this is actually the spine of a dead cactus that I found in the desert. I designed it so that the tarp has an angled ridge line, so there's one high end and one low end to it, just to try to save a little bit of weight. But yeah, check it out. So I'll start by sharing with you the weight of this thing, show you how much it weighs. I'll start with grams. So 555 grams. Keeps bouncing back and forth. I'm going to show you in ounces. Oh. Ounces. 19.6 ounces. I'm pretty happy with the weight of that thing. Just to give you an idea of the actual size of this thing too, it's a very convenient size. It packs really well into your bag. This is it next to a 1-liter water bottle. So yeah. So now I'll show you what it's like to actually set this thing up. Keep my stakes in a separate little bag. I have 2 different kinds of stakes that I use. I have these 2 MSR groundhog stakes. I use those for the ridge line. And then I have these titanium nails that I use for the corners. I always start by staking out the ridgeline first. Once I have my ridgeline staked out, I'll take the trekking pole and set it to 115 centimeters. Then I'll go around and start staking out the corners. Haha, whoops. That's alright. Once you have it to this point, you can go around and quickly and easily set it back up, get that corner stake back out. Once I have all four corners set up, I'll go around and start making adjustments to try to get the tightest pitch I can. This little flap here is a nice little design feature that I put into the tarp. I can angle the tarp in any direction to help break wind or any rain that might want to come in sideways. Then I'll make another go around, making some more adjustments, trying to make sure I can get my pitch as tight as I can get it. And as with any tarp, the tighter, the better. And I've realized the stick at the foot end of the tarp isn't completely necessary, but it is nice to prop it up, get the tarp a little tighter, and allow a little air to flow through. Did I mention you want to get it as tight as you can get it? Once I get the tarp all set up, I'll grab my ground sheet, which is simply a piece of plastic. I'll lay it underneath the tarp, get it all spread out. I realize that's kind of a silly spot to hang my stuff sack. Anyways, this is the bug mesh that I use to hang underneath my tarp. I don't always hang it underneath there, but it is nice to keep inside my bag, just in case there's a ridiculous amount of mosquitoes in an area. I can keep myself protected. And I can just clip that bug mesh to one of the loops that I've sewn in all throughout the ridgeline. And that's the tarp, all set up. We'll do a little walk around here. Got it all set up, got it nice and tight. I have these nice little MSR quick adjusters right here. They seem to work pretty good. Makes it a lot easier to get the ridgeline nice and tight. And on all the corners here, I have this elastic cordage. Kind kind of helps with the stretching and stuff. You can see the angled ridge line there and my little stick and another one of those adjusters. And I have the orange cordage there just to make it a little more visible at nighttime. See, I got nice clearance underneath there to make it breathe real good. Now that's a much better spot for my stuff stack. And I have my trekking pole set at 115 millimeters. Whoops, I meant centimeters. See that there? And I have the bug net hanging from one of the loops that I sewed all the way, going all the way down. I just kind of drape that mesh over my head if there's a lot of mosquitoes or something. I don't always use it anyways, but I keep it in my bag just in case. Yeah. I have this nice little vestibule that I kind of designed right here. I can actually disconnect this end right here and swing it over. And normally I'd lower it a little bit more so I get a little more tautness with it, but it'll close the front end a little bit more, kind of making a somewhat of a door. But I usually just like to leave it open like that, and I'll face it whatever way I need to, break the wind or keep out any splashing. And when it comes time to break the tarp down, super easy. This is why I like to keep my stakes in a separate sack, because I always end up putting them away with a little bit of dirt or mud on them. So that's my tarp. If you guys have any more questions, just leave a comment below. Like I said, I'm gonna be taking off the second week of January, so it's the 6th through the 12th. And I'll be on trail for a week. And I hope this baby holds up. Okay.